All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome into our 2023 Veterans Day Parade. I'm Frank Baker, one of your announcers, and wait, it's a triple-headed Hydra monster also, April Danahay.
Good morning, everyone.
And Alan Klepper.
That'd make me the tail of the Hydra?
It does.
Okay, I'm good with that.
We refer to you as the butt end of the Hydra.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, folks, thank you so much for coming out. One thing I want to make you aware, we're going to have a young lady sing the national anthem here in just a couple of minutes, but what we'd really like you to do following that, probably within just 30 seconds or so after she finishes the national anthem just before 11 o'clock, do we have a cosmic flyover scheduled for you folks? So, April, if you'll start out with some of the information, and this will happen right at 11 o'clock. They'll be coming from south to north, so I'm thinking probably kind of right down Grand or over the courthouse. So they should appear about 11 o'clock, and they'll be going south to north. Miss April?
Yes, and so that'll be the Lady Liberty that'll lead over the parade for the first time. And the Lady Liberty is an invader Lady Liberty. It's our lady is the oldest flying invader, the 130th one produced, being accepted in August of 1944 at Long Beach, California. It was flown to Great Dunmow, England, arriving 20 September 1944, and it was assigned to the 9th Air Force 410th Bomber Group and began combat operations in early 1945. So we've gotten to see the Lady Liberty. Super cool.
We went out and shot a video with Enid Buzz, several months ago, and if you, next chance you get to go out and see it displayed at Woodring, please do, because it's magnificent. They've done a heck of a job with that plane, keeping it up and keeping it in, as you're going to see in a few minutes here, in a fit flying formation.
And they always need donations and volunteers. The pilot of our Lady Liberty this morning is Glenn Baker. Co-pilot Jammer Wes Smith. That's
What
a good
great nickname.
Flight engineer Monk Henry Klempen, and the crew chief Alan Feek. But then after Lady Liberty, Alan Klepper, we have
U.S. Air Force, Air Training and Command, 25th Flying Training Squadron for Vance Air Force Base. I know you all have seen T-38s flying over, but have you ever seen 4 T-38s zoom right over your head in downtown Enid? I think not. That's going to happen. The 25th FTS provides student pilot training for the T-38 Talon. That's a twin-engine supersonic two-seat aircraft that prepares graduates for their next assignment in the fighter and bomber aircrafts out of Vance Air Force Base. Flying the T-38 this morning, Major Brian J. Watson, Captain Matthew W. Corman, Captain Brandon M. Beam, and Captain Juice T. Lyles will be flying this morning.
All right, we deeply appreciate their participation, and that's going to happen right at 11 o'clock, probably within a few seconds after our gifted young lady finishes our national anthem, and they'll be flying from south to north. It could be kind of like along an Independence line, right over the courthouse, or possibly over Grand. So just keep your eyes towards the south, and you should see that bad boy. I believe it is time for, and we got, if you were here a few minutes back, you got a great sneak preview as she was like doing a mic test. Merritt Mance, a vocalist at Alva Middle School, and she's going to come out to the Main Street area and sing the national anthem for us. So, Merritt, if you would like to go on out to the middle of the street, and if you would please stand and remove your hats for our national anthem. Merritt?
Oh, say, can you see
by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the
perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming,
and the rockets rumble, the bombs bursting up, gave proof for the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say us that star-spangled banner yet wave.
you to where they're going from west to east. So that's the Lady Liberty Bomber banking.
So that's the Lady
Need to
Liberty
unmute there.
Bomber.
And up next, Alan, we got the T-38s within the next few minutes, I believe.
Those
moments,
are the
perhaps.
talents. You'll hear those. Those will be coming
I bet
over
you will.
in formation. You don't always get to see the T-38 in the formation like that very often. It's like toward the graduation time. They're training together by 4x4, so it's going to be awesome.
Okay. So watch the skies. Nothing to fear.
They're not in stealth mode, are they?
Well, if they are, we appreciate them going by. No, we would have heard them, even in stealth mode. We would have heard those
They're
bad
going to be
boys.
right on time.
They're gonna
I
be on
promise
time.
you.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
just 11.
Yeah.
So good morning, everyone. And good morning especially to our veterans today as we celebrate Veterans Day in our great country.
Thank you for the folks behind this for letting Frank and April and I do this. It's actually our
That's
honor
exactly
to do
right.
this.
It's the our club, the Enid Noon AMBUCS, but so many other people are involved in this. Before the T-38s hit us, I want to mention some of the veterans. We have a special seating area. I see Mike McCormick over there, Doug France. I've got to share, as a Navy guy, I got a great insult from a Marine, which Doug is. I'll have to share that a little later. It's the
As
best-
it should
best
be.
one I've ever heard. Actually, a Marine and I were giving crap to each other in a local bar. It was a younger guy, and I did whatever I said about, Navy people saying something about Marines, and he looked at me and he said, you know what Marines call naval personnel? Our Uber drivers.
Oh.
I held up my hands and surrendered. I said, you got me, brother. I can't top that. Also, over there, I believe we have Don Chance, Petty Officer Second Class in the Navy. I see Dewey. Dewey's over there. Of course, I mentioned Doug. And let me see Jim Dent, Specialist Fourth Class, should be over there. Who else we got?
Hugh Gibson is a tech sergeant. And you said Mike McCormick because he's front and center, so you
Yes.
give us another wave on that
Okay.
one. And Johnny Brace. Johnny Brace is from the Navy. There he is.
Yo, Navy.
Hi, Navy.
Yes.
That's right.
So thank you guys so much. I believe Art Reed's going to come up a little later, and that's all the names we have now. If we get more, because I see a few more vets over there, so we certainly, if we get your names, we will
Here
certainly
come the
share them.
38s right now.
T-38s, okay. Here those bad boys come.
That's not four, but
Very cool. Excellent. That was excellent.
Awesome.
My goodness.
oh,
That's a explosive way to start our 2023 Veterans Day Parade. And we should be rolling here in just a couple. I believe the Enid police vehicle should be coming before too much longer.
and I know all of you have a special spot in your heart for your veteran or someone who is serving today. And today I honor my nephews, Tom Craddock, who was in the Navy for over 20 years, and my other nephew served in the Army and the Navy. My dad, who was in the United States Air Force for over 20 years, and my brother Edward, who was in the Army, served 3 tours for over 30 years, and then my late brother Lawrence, who was in the Army during the Vietnam War. So I join all of you.
Yeah, I have a great uncle that joined the Army Air Corps in World War II, Advanced Air. What was the Army Air Base out here?
Oh, wow.
And took the pilot training course. The colonel came up and said, Willard, you're not going to be a pilot. And they sent him down to like Wichita Falls to become a navigator.
Yeah.
Navigated over the Burmese hump.
Wow.
So yeah,
They flew a ton of
We-
stuff into China
yeah,
during World War II.
we all got military blood in our veins around
Which
here.
we
Very
do.
cool. Very cool.
Thank you, Frank, by the way.
Well, yes.
Frank was
serving.
great.
I did
Yeah.
not exactly have rough duty. I was the morning disc jockey in Guantanamo
Yeah.
Bay, Cuba,
Imagine
in the early
that.
70s, and
You still had to fit in the uniform.
I did. Yeah, I had to fit in the uniform, so And the great thing, we'd go down to the beach in Guantanamo Bay, and there was like a wall between us and the Cubans. We'd always go by a Cuban gun emplacement just across the valley, and the ritual was the first time that you did that, you had to get out of your vehicle, drop your drawers, and moon the Cubans across the valley, and
that's
they'd usually moon us back. So it was just a very white moment in the Cold War.
Blue Moon over Cuba.
I like that. It was. It was chilly. Other great veterans we have across the way in the VIP seating. We have Jackie Ritter, a Spec 4, should be over there. And Rod Means, a Spec 2 from the Army, if you're sitting over there. And I think, let me see, Jack Smith, Spec 4. So thank all of you guys and gals who served at any time, and whether it was, Reserves, National Guard, Army, Navy, Marines, Coast Guard, we deeply appreciate you.
And Art Reed, who still fits in his uniform.
He does. In fact, he spoke at our Enid Noon AMBUCS club yesterday, and we deeply appreciate that. It's really good to have him out.
Yep. Good
And
morning,
about.
Art and Kathy. And Mrs. Art. Judy.
All right, so just to let you know what's coming up here in the next few minutes, we'll start out with the Enid Police. We'll have banners from Celebrate Freedom, the Vance Air Force Base Honor Guard, the Junior ROTC Honor Guard from Enid High School, the Junior ROTC Contingent, and of course we'll have our Grand Marshal, and then we'll have some of our representatives, Senator Roland Peterson, Representative Chad Caldwell, Mayor David Mason, then we'll have our city commissioners, Judd Blevins, Derwin Norwood, Keith Siragusa, Whitney Roberts, and we'll have, I believe John Pfeiffer may be along with that, Bill Cooley, who's the past director of the Veterans Parade, and he spent so much time on this for so many years. So if you know Bill, pat him on the back because he kept this Veterans Parade alive for a lot of years. He had a lot of help, but I mean, Bill was the driving force, and we deeply respect what he has done for veterans in the near future. Also, we've got the American Red Cross and the DAV, Garfield County Sheriff, and Bill Addington, who's a veteran and a former Garfield County Sheriff. We'll have him. That'll be in the first stages coming up. We got some more veterans to honor.
Yes, in our VIP area, we have Clark Marshall, who's a captain, and he was in the Army. So good morning to Captain Marshall. And then Lloyd Fisher, who's a Spec 3 in the Army. He was in the Korean conflict. So good morning to you all. There you are. Hi. Hey, hey.
Good to have you folks over there. And it's not too bad weather-wise, and I think, yes, the judge is bringing some more folks for us to announce, and we appreciate that because and by the way, if you've got somebody in your family who's a veteran, thank them for their service. Just do that. They deserve it.
Yes, they do. Okay, also in our VIP status is Dave Marshall, who's with the Air Force for 22 years. Lieutenant Colonel Dave Marshall. There he is. Hey, good morning.
Thank you, brother. And I think sitting over behind me over here on the south side, Tom Johnson, a retired captain from the Army. So, Tom, wherever you are, bless your heart. Appreciate you.
This is my page.
Right, here's our very first part of our 2023 Veterans Parade. Vehicle from the Enid Police Department with Assistant Chief Scott Miller and Sergeant Buck should be lurking in there. Thank you, guys.
Wait.
And then the Celebrate Freedom folks with their banners.
Where's my Bill Addington page?
The Vance Air Force Base Honor Guard right behind.
Do you have my Bill Addington page?
And then the Junior ROTC Honor Guard. And the Silver Talent Honor Guard for Vance represents the U.S. Air Force and the 71st Flying Training Wing in various ceremonies. The Enid High School Junior ROTC is led by Cadet Colonel Emily Roach. The mission of Air Force Junior ROTC is to develop citizens of character dedicated to serving their nation and community. And the Junior ROTC Contingent, which is led by Michael Nelson.
I can't find my Bill Addington page. To back you.
And up next, we may have, I believe it's our Grand Marshal coming up. That's vehicle number 6, H.B. Evans and R.D. Lawrence. The vehicle is provided by Northcutt Chevrolet and Toyota, so thank you, Scott, and the whole crew out there. So lurking within should be H.B. and R.D. So H.B., yes, they're waving. Good to see those guys. Thank you. H.B. Evans and R.D. Lawrence are joint Grand Marshals of our 2023 parade. We appreciate you guys. We appreciate your service. And Roland Peterson, our state senator, has asked that, is this Scott driving? He wants you to pop a wheelie. He said as soon as you get up by the cameras, this will help in his real, he'll do it. Brace yourselves. If it gets out of control, run for your lives, okay? Thank you, Scott and Senator Roland Peterson. It was almost a wheelie. And I think up next we've got Representative Chad Caldwell. And he's throwing candy. You know, and it's not even an election year, and he's throwing candy. This is a giving kind of guy. Good Lord, how about that? Thank you, brother. Thank you, guys. And then up next, we have our mayor, David Mason, that served on the city commission. Thanks for coming back to serve, my brother. Appreciate you. Looks like a junior Mason there. We got a grandkid. Good candy toss.
It's a great looking Bronco.
Yeah, he'll be in the majors another, 20 years or so. Up next, our Ward 1 City Commissioner, Judd Blevins, in a vehicle from Stewart Nissan with Bill. Thank you for driving. So, Judd Blevins, thank you for serving on the Enid City Commission. And having done that, that's a lot of work. So, we appreciate all the guys and gals who serve on our City Commission. Up next, Randy's here. I'm not sure why. He just wanted to drive a nice car, I guess. But he's got Derwin Norwood, our Ward 2 City Commissioner. Thank you, Derwin.
Whoop.
Thanks for serving. And up next, it's the best beard in Enid, Keith Siragusa, our Ward 3 City Commissioner. I mean, he rocks a beard, you know? Look at that. Look at that damn thing. That's beautiful. Can you imagine the product he has to use on a daily basis to keep that beard from like flying off in 25 different directions? And then up next, and she does not have a beard because she's lovely without one, Whitney Roberts, our Ward 4 City Commissioner. Whitney, thank you. No, or not?
That's not Whitney.
Oh, okay, it's Keegan and his dad. I don't know why they're here, but it's good to see them. So
Nice
thank you.
vehicle from Skyway Honda.
Nice vehicle. I don't know. He probably thought he was headed to Eskimo Joe's for happy hour, so he just got.
Probably got a trumpet in there.
There you go. And up next we have John Pfeiffer from Mulhall, District 38. And did we miss Whitney? Is she in there, or was she in the previous one with the?
Nope.
Okay, with Keegan and family, okay. But John Pfeiffer, and he's a Marine Corps veteran, so John, thank you for your service. He's from Mulhall High School, or School District 38. And up next, now here's the lady who will pop a wheelie for us, Dawn Muncy. This is her own personal Mustang. I've seen her tearing down the highway at high rates of speed before.
But always at the speed limit.
Always at the speed limit. But she's got Bill Cooley, who I was talking about earlier, our past parade director and assistant director. Give Bill a round of applause, because he kept this veterans thing alive for many, many years. Bless your heart, brother. And he's throwing candy on top of that, so that deserves extra applause. Then up next, the American Red Cross, disaster relief, and it's amazing. And in times of need, they're everywhere. So God bless the Red Cross. And Janet Cordell.
Oh my gosh, it's Janet Cordell.
She's just don't wreck it, honey, please. Okay, keep your eyes on the road, but you can still queenly wave to us.
Best woman in the world.
One of our great citizens. God love her. Another marvelous organization, DAV, fulfilling promises to veterans. We really, really appreciate you guys. And Bill Addington is maybe in one of these vehicles. Of course, we also have, let me see, another guy from the DAV, Enid Veterans Benefits Experts, providing help to all veterans. And then, here we go, Bill Addington,
Yeah.
retired major. Bill Addington was our Garfield County Sheriff and is a truly great guy right here in this Jeep. So give Bill a round of applause. Bill Addington, you rock.
He's a 20-plus year Army lifer, retired Garfield County Sheriff, grew up in Enid and joined the Navy at the age of 17 with his mom's approval. 2 years in the Korean War and later joining the Army, moving up in the ranks in Special Intelligence.
All right, and we just had Gene Sibbett, a 91-year-old veteran driving a golf cart representing the Korean War, and I'll turn it over to you on page 2.
All right, we have our Blue Star Mothers. Blue Star Mothers are moms of military men and women who serve their country. Moms are past, present, and future. We support our sons and daughters, as well as our sons and daughters. God bless the USA. Oh, we're seeing some of our great antique cars.
And there's a bunch of them, too. This is amazing. So we've got, I want that pickup, that yellow pickup. I want that. That's
well, you
beautiful.
should take it very carefully
He looks
because
he looks bigger than me. I'm not going to try to take it. Wait, we got the Garfield County Sheriff's crew. Everybody's looking beautiful. Look, I love that.
right.
Good to see you guys. Thanks for being here.
And so also AACA has about 30 members. That's the Antique Auto Club of America, 30 members with various vehicles, and they sponsor Boy Scout car shows at the fairgrounds each year and participate in community parades, restored 1918 Geronimo's and 1960 Monroe's.
And we really thank the Garfield County Sheriff Department for all they do in the community. Corey Rink and the entire crew, you guys put in a lot of hours, and it's deeply, deeply appreciated by the community.
Okay, so now comes our Blue Star Mothers. Sorry, we've already introduced you, but you deserve 2 introductions.
Yes.
Blue Star Mothers are moms of military men and women who serve their country. So the moms are past, present, and future, and we support our sons and daughters as well as sons and daughters. God bless the USA. There you go. They're so nice they get introduced twice. That is Master Sergeant John Sorry. Master Sergeant retired John M. Gow with wives Lisa and dogs Dave and Kevin in the 1929 Mercedes convertible.
Okay, and those are the hippest dogs in Enid as
they
of
are.
this moment in time. They got their shades on, and they are rocking their bandanas. So thank you for your service, John. We appreciate you.
You guys know they ride around that car all the time.
I thought I'd seen
I've
him
seen them,
before.
yeah.
That's cool. That's
I'm
beautiful.
not sure who's driving.
The dogs.
I'm just saying.
They're backseat drivers. All right. Now, you cannot have a parade in Enid, America without the Enid Twirling Academy. Here they come. We're going to wait till they get up here a little bit before we say some more about them.
Well, when you think back throughout the years, and Belva Lamb and Kim Lamb Akers, and just I'm sure we all probably know somebody we went to school with who got some of their formative training in this remarkable organization.
That's right. So the Enid Twirling Academy, the 2022 State Baton Champions of Oklahoma, members this past July competed in the National Baton Championships at Notre Dame University, placing in the top 3 in the United States.
How about that? Yeah. Round of applause for that.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Enid Twirling Academy.
How are you? I know.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, Kim. Good to see you guys. How are you? It's like it's a family reunion of the Lambs and Acres. This is wonderful. This is wonderful. And as always, these young ladies are so well trained, and I think it's a great type of experience for them to have. Up next, what we got?
Well, we have the Enid chapter of the Daughters of the American Revolution. This Enid chapter is 109 years old, one of the oldest organizations in Garfield County. Vietnam veteran Robert Smith is the driver. Vehicle is provided by Stewart Nissan of Enid. Welcome to our Daughters of the American Revolution.
And we actually have period costume there in the back of the pickup. Looks like maybe she helped, sew the flag with Betsy Ross. She's got that look. Look at that. That's
she looks
beautiful.
beautiful.
That's great costuming. Damn.
No, I don't know that it's military approved, but madam, you got my vote.
You will be the leading Revolutionary War hottie of the parade. Is that okay?
That's right.
Very lovely. Very cool. Well, how about that?
Woo, they have their own cheerleader. She was fabulous.
So thank you guys so much.
I've often wanted to do a cartwheel in the middle of the street, but I wanted to land perfectly. You did it wonderfully.
Yes, that was beautiful.
Good morning. All right. Next up, we have number 27. That's the Vietnam Veterans of America. Works to keep the legacy of the veterans who fought and died in this war, and us who lived through it but never recovered from it.
Yeah, really appreciate the work they did. I was not in Vietnam, but I served during that era, and that exacted a terrible toll on our men and women. So God love you guys and gals for keeping that spirit alive and continuing to honor those very brave men and women.
All right. get a little teary when we talk about how cool these people are and what they gave up for our
Yeah.
country.
Yes, ma'am. And the Retired Enlisted Association, thank you guys for being here. That's a very nice thing because, you know, being a former enlisted myself, we kind of ran the damn service, don't you think? I mean, the officers were
right.
nice, but come on. It's the enlisted guys and gals. We pretty much ran the show.
And
Met,
then
met with
chapters-
respect to all the officers out there.
Chapter
I know Tom's
37.
behind me here. Respect. Just kidding. Thank you, guys.
Thank you for your service.
I
All
hear-
right.
I hear bagpipes, April.
I do too. I'm going to let them get around the corner.
That kind of sends a shiver up the back of your neck in a cool way.
Yep.
This is epic. Of course, that's the Marine Corps hymn. So, Doug, probably doing this for you. No, it's Army. That's caissons. Sorry, I apologize. Caissons go rolling along.
The Wichita Caledonian Pipes and Drums are currently a Grade 5 band registered with the Midwest Pipe Band Association. Let's take it in.
Very cool. Marine Corps hymn. Thank you, guys. That was beautiful, beautiful rendition. What do we got next?
Well, we have Colonel Charles D. Throckmorton, the fourth commander of the 71st Flying Training Wing at Vance Air Force Base. Vance Air Force Base, represented here in
Let's
Enid.
give these guys a round of applause. We
It's
appreciate
okay to
Vance.
make noise.
Thank you guys for being here. We appreciate your service and all you do.
I see that half wave right there in the middle of the pack there. That's good. Queenly wave. There we go.
Okay, she'll be a general someday. She's
That's
got style
exactly
already.
right. She was two-handed waving there, and everybody's like, yeah, both sides of the street. So welcome to Vance Air Force Base for being in the parade. Thank you so much. Okay, this is Carmen Ball's favorite part of the parade. It's the Corvettes of Enid. And it's wonderful. There are a lot of cool Corvettes in this town, and they have a wonderful club. It is the Corvettes of Enid.
And if Doc Borland here actually cares about our veterans, he's going to drive through this, go back and get your unicycle, and come back and ride your unicycle too. Will you do that? He did the unicycle in the Cherokee Strip Parade since forever. So thanks you guys, and thanks to the Corvette Club for being here.
Some
That's
cool
classy.
Corvettes.
That's a lovely lady you have with you too, by the way.
So there are a lot of Corvettes, so I'm going to talk really slow, or I'll just keep repeating it. The Corvettes of Enid was founded in October of 1992 by a group of individuals who were interested in the maintenance, preservation, and restoration of America's only true two-seat sports car. And it's Mark Lester with his new dog, Annie. Where's the dog? No dog? Okay. He's out.
These are beautiful. Good heavens.
Wonderful.
They're a lot quieter in parade than normal. What's
Usually
up with
they're
that?
revving them
You'd
up.
think
Don't
there'd be
rev
some
them up.
noise.
Oh my gosh, they're going to start
There we
There
revving.
we go.
go.
There we get some noise. There's that
Give 'em the
beautiful.
big hand.
That beautiful engine.
We're
That's
giving a big hand to the Corvettes.
You gotta encourage them.
See, that's what happens
Oh,
when
is
you
that
go at
right?
high rates of speed like that. Your hands swell. Do you see how big her hands were?
That's right.
My lord.
She needs less salt.
That's it. Lower salt diet.
Oh, a perfect color of orange.
Pistols firing.
There you go.
We won't talk about last weekend. We'll just smile.
Evilly.
I know. I feel guilty.
I don't.
I don't either.
Sorry.
Now that is a cool looking Corvette. Look at that.
That's kind of space age.
It's kind of like
man.
Batman. I'm Batman.
Maybe it is Batman. Maybe it's
could be.
Batman without his costume. Although I
would
thought that
know?
was Brian Skaggs.
That's exactly right.
Okay. Our former mayor, isn't it? Yes,
Yes,
George
it is.
Pankinen.
George
Yep.
Pankinen.
And
And Melody.
Thank you. Keep him under the speed
Well,
limit, dear,
let's
if at
just
all
say
possible.
it's Melody and George Pankinen.
And George, give me a call. There's a Gaslight Santa thing coming up I want to rope you into, okay? Give me a call.
Was that parade mail you just sent?
It is great mail. So it gets to show you that a Corvette is not only a Corvette, it each has its own individual style and make and model. Well, the same model is
They're
the same. It's always
beautiful.
Corvette.
I just think it's.
They're beautiful.
I think it's the most elegant American car ever. I mean, I was a Mustang driver, and I love Mustangs. But my brother had a Corvette, and I just think every year they've done so many permutations on these cool designs. They're beautiful cars.
Yep. America's only true two-seat sports car.
This is Petoska, remember? 31 Petoska. Thank you for your service, brother.
All right. Coming up, our brothers Willard, Richard, Eugene, Bill, and Leroy. They all served during the Korean War, the Cuban Missile Uprising, and Vietnam War, stationed in Germany, England, Alaska, and various U.S. military bases. This is the Petoska family, consists of 5 veterans. 1 is deceased, and all served in the U.S. Army. There were 3 brothers that served during the Korean War, 2 brothers, that brother that was served during the Vietnam War, and 1 grandson that served during Iraq and Afghanistan War. The Petoska family had a total of 62 years of serving our country.
So thanks to the Petoskas, good guys. I mean, tremendous service. And I want to borrow this and just go terrorize my neighbors for like the evening.
Right, and it's something I need when I go to work. This is the SWAT vehicle. Our SWAT vehicle.
That is amazing. We've had this at various events we've done, various places we've been, and the kids absolutely love this. They love to crawl all over it and take the tour. Thank you guys for being out today. Appreciate you.
You don't want it to show up at your house,
No.
but
Oh no.
you know. But if it's an Uber, you gotta go.
Especially early in the morning. You know.
That's right.
Yes, when they achieve ramming speed, you don't want that.
Look, honey, they're here to take you home.
That's right. All right. One of the finest groups in Enid America, Enid AM2 AMBUCS. The Enid AM2 is an all-women's chapter. We welcome the new membership and we provide scholarships for therapists, trikes for those with mobility issues, and gifts to the community projects. Oh, hey!
They do wonderful, wonderful
they do.
work.
They do.
It's Danny.
It's Danny. So this is Dan Bluebaugh, District AMBUC trailer for Amtrak's trikes, filled with trikes for kids in need. And Mr. Bluebaugh does as much as he can for all of those kids, I can tell you that. So thank you for being here this morning.
And we appreciate all the AMBUC clubs. My AMBUC club, Enid Noon AMBUCS, Enid AM, and of course Enid AM2, who we just saw. Wait, there's more. This could be David Lawrence and all those rascals from Dents Mechanical.
It's Dents Mechanical, a local heat and air plumbing and electrical company. They service residential, commercial, and commercial construction. Good morning to Dents Mechanical.
And a big thank you to David Lawrence and his wife for also chairing our United Way drive currently, too, from Dents
That's
Mechanical.
right.
We appreciate that.
Good morning to them. All right, it's Chisholm Band, the Chisholm Longhorn Pride of Chisholm High School in North Enid, Oklahoma.
All right.
Maggie Johnson, director.
Thank you. Thank you. And
All
then-
right, Maggie Johnson, director.
And that was the Navy song they were singing, so I really like this band. Woo! Anchors away, kids.
All right, here we go. It is representing the U.S. Army from Fort Sill, Oklahoma. Alan, tell us about the Humvees.
The Humvees are driven all the way from Fort Sill, Oklahoma. Military designation, a high mobility, multi-purpose wheeled vehicle. The Humvee is a lightweight, highly mobile, diesel-powered four-wheel drive tactical vehicle that uses a common chassis to carry a wide variety of military hardware, ranging from machine guns to tube launch to optically tracked, wire-commanded, or tow missiles. They get to perform a wide variety of duties on that crew. First Sergeant Sherman, Sergeant Brown, Specialist Fortin, and Specialist Gann. They do cargo and all sorts of good stuff.
And of course, the crew from Walker's Western Store. We appreciate you guys being here today. Jana and her family has recently opened up this store. I have a Scully leather jacket from those people, and you've got more.
Yeah, we have Wade and Jana Walker, owners of Walker Western Wear Store, located just across the street. They are mounted on their ranch horses. What? They're not either. They're in a great big truck.
That was Clemmy Struck.
I
Clemmy
know.
Construction.
You can find anything from cowboy boots to cowboy hats to saddle and tack. They also have made an Oklahoma section, which is really cool, featuring local products and artist-made products from right here in our great state. Scoot on over to Walker's Western Store on the north side of the square. And more Antique Car Club of Enid, America.
They also have a restored 1918 Geronimo and 1916 Monroe, so they have quite the collection.
Ooh, and then Hertz Rent-A-Car. Hertz Car Rental is now open at our Woodring Regional Airport. Welcome, Hertz. All right. And now the Woodring Wall of Honor and Veterans Park Incorporated is a living memorial to veterans, past and present. It is home to Oklahoma's official Vietnam War monument.
And I tell you what, I know there's so many people involved out there, but I particularly want to do a shout out to Elaine Johns, because she has kept working and pushing to expand that and have all the respect in the world for what she has done, including the Legacy Awards ceremony, which occurred last night. Just God bless Elaine and all the folks involved out at building up to the Woodring Wall of Honor, being such an incredible part. And if you haven't been out there at Woodring to see it, go out. It's really incredible what they put together.
All right. So the Veterans of Foreign Wars, post 7740 at Crescent, Oklahoma.
Are you ready to take over, Alan? Alan, you're next. Next page.
Your page.
Next up is the Enid Elks Lodge. So long as there are veterans, the Benevolent and Protective Order of the Elks will never forget them. It's Lodge
Elks
2104.
Good to have the Elks here. They got a spinner, too. I love that.
I do like the
Being
spinners.
ADHD, I like colors, so thank you.
The American Heritage Girls, a Christian civic program.
How about that? Making some noise. I
Making
like
some
that.
noise. For 5 years old through high school, grown into women in integrity by learning the life skills through earning badges like outdoor cooking, our Constitution, home care and repair, and many more. They meet Thursdays at 6 p.m. at Emmanuel.
Hazel and Josie are on that float too. They are.
And there's a golden retriever, too, so it's a perfect group, you know.
Hey, Kendra.
Up next is the Garfield County Republican Party and Garfield County Republican Women, partnering to honor and thank the service and dedication of our veterans today and every day.
And thank you guys for being in the parade. You see the array of candidates.
They're
They
hiding
had
behind the
Courtney
sign.
and Sharon.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, I see Trojan eyes over there.
And Courtney Dennis.
And Courtney.
Yes.
And Brother Legier's out there as well, so thank you.
Up next is Humanity Hospice, because you matter, serving the Enid and surrounding communities.
Roland, thank you, brother.
We do. Thank you.
Oh, okay. And our State Senator Roland Peterson just equipped us with flags. Huzzah. Thank you, Roland.
Extra points for the dog. Good morning, puppy.
Oh, no, look at that. That's a very pretty lavender. It's very lovely, which is kind of their color motif here.
It
I
is.
like it.
What a beautiful day for our Veterans Parade.
Yes, last year we were kind of like freezing to a certain extent. It was a little
Just a
chillier
little chilly.
last year, but this year is wonderful.
And if you get a little too cold, there are coffee trucks set up on either side of us, so go ahead and get some coffee this morning.
Girl Scouts of Western Oklahoma Service Unit 603 welcomes girls from kindergarten through the end of high school to learn new skills, serve the community, and see a new world of opportunities.
And we have Nicole Whitfield doing security with the Girl Scouts, so thank you, dear. Thanks for being out here.
Security.
Cool. Quite an array of scouts, and we really appreciate that organization and the way it shapes our young ladies for the future. Very cool stuff.
I myself was a brownie.
Well,
I know, I rocked that brown uniform. Let me tell you.
I thought you just ate brownies.
I do eat brownies, but I also was a brownie.
Okay, okay. I just want a clarification.
up next is St. Paul's, celebrating 83 years old. You have faith-based education. They're fully accredited with the state of Oklahoma and all state certified teachers.
Okay, and this is like the
And-
cutest motorcycle gang ever.
Yep, they brought all the bikes.
This they did.
What they said was, be in a parade, you can ride your bike.
And they got a great turnout.
Yes, they did. Good morning, guys.
Good to have you here. A lot of parents out there
Good
too being supported, probably
morning.
teachers, administrators. We really do appreciate St. Paul's. They've been a big, important part. Oh, we need to go back and do the walkers thing again. So here they
Oh,
are on
okay.
horseback. Have you got that still?
Well, I did. Well, let me just tell you, we talked about walkers, and they have done yeoman's work in downtown Enid.
And I love my Scully leather jacket from you guys, so thank you. Well, it fits like a dream.
There it
I'm still
Okay.
making payments, but it's worth it.
That's Wade and Jana Walker, owners of the Walker Western store located just across the street. And they're mounted on their ranch horses with one of the younger ranch hands, June Walker. Walker Western store is you covered from head to hoof right here in downtown Enid.
And seriously, go check out their selections. We went there on First Friday a
Yeah,
while
it's fun.
back, and I think Carmen just scored some boots from there. So it's really
Yeah.
everything, and a lot of price points too.
Up next, the Wild Horse Gang celebrating 31 years, riding with the gang, and Santa Claus, a U.S. Navy veteran.
This is the Wild
The
Horse
Wild
Gang.
Horse Aluminum Can Roundup celebrating
that?
29 years. All funds go to projects that they work, including the Kremlin Pool and the school with their pull tabs, Ronald McDonald House fundraising. The Trader for Cans is located Located at Kremlin Main Street and Kianawee Road. Thanks to Robert Sands for supporting the Wild Horse Gang with the float.
He's a veteran, isn't he? I think.
I believe he's a veteran.
Yeah, Robert's a veteran. So Santa, thank you, brother. Thanks for your service, and thank you, Jenny Zolodek. She's been the heart
She's
and
right
soul
there.
of the Wild Horse Gang forever. And now be very kind to these people, or they can kick your butt.
Absolutely.
They
you
have
gotta
mad
look
school,
out.
so don't give them any guff. Be very respectful.
Family martial arts. Premier Martial Arts Studio. They teach exciting energy, burning martial arts classes, and they're fun for kids. Also help develop focus, confidence, and self-discipline.
It really does. Good morning, and thank you for being in our parade.
You know what SOS stands for?
Yes, I do.
Enid Street Outreach Services.
Yes, I do know that.
It's a nonprofit in Enid, helps unsheltered and low-income families. Appreciate y'all.
And they are really down in the trenches doing some daily important work for helping some folks who are kind of up against it sometimes, particularly when rough weather occurs. So God bless Enid Street Outreach Services. That is very, very important work they're about. There's their snack wagon, because sometimes you... And then after that, oh my goodness, what the heck is that?
That is a self-constructed track vehicle. Sergeant First Class Randy Daly, retired, began construction of this track vehicle in 1975. It's designed after a U.S. Army M113 and was completed in 1984. It's powered by a Toyota 4-cylinder engine featuring a 4-speed transmission, twin-disc brakes, independent torsion bar suspension, reaches a top speed of 35 miles an hour. Look out.
That's the coolest thing ever. I want one.
That is an all-terrain vehicle.
Woo!
Complete
And a
with
cool horn.
Flagpoles honoring veterans. It's a 501c3 nonprofit group of volunteers that install free flagpoles, flags, and solar lights to veterans in their yards across the entire state of Oklahoma. These guys dig holes in people's yards and put flagpoles almost every day of the week, all the time.
We had an installation by a veteran just on our block, I think it was last year, and it was very impressive to watch, good turnout for it, and so bless you guys and gals for what you do. That's very, as a veteran, we appreciate it. Thank you guys.
All right. We have Chisholm Trail Broadcasting. They want to thank all our veterans for their service. Chisholm Trail Broadcasting. Thanks for being in the parade.
We didn't want to force Alan to talk about that. We, professional courtesy, so we thought we should jump in and cover the other radio station.
It's all good, man. It's all good. We're actually, Derek and I are good friends. It's great.
Okay.
Hey, the CDSA Youth Build, the program that helps young people earn a high school diploma and work readiness skills to break the cycle of poverty.
As a former member of the CDSA board, and I know, April, you're currently still on, I
am.
believe, a youth, and thank you, Trey, for driving, and don't wreck it.
Keep it in one lane there.
But anyway, thanks to CDSA and Youth Build. That's an incredible program, April.
It is, and it's an award-winning program with Rachel winning national awards for her Youth Build program. Turning lives around in Enid, America. For those in need, I tell you what, it's one of the best programs, and it's not a secret. They're wonderful.
Next up is the Wounded Veterans of Oklahoma, a nonprofit 501c3 organization. Their focus and mission is to help veterans within the state of Oklahoma with their needs and struggles. And if you're that veteran, they're right there. Reach out to them. They're here today. Enid
What?
Palm Squad.
They got out of bed on a Saturday morning.
That's right.
How about that? This is like before noon. I'm proud of you gals.
The Enid High School and the junior varsity prom team proudly supporting Enid High and Enid High Athletics. Head coach Melissa Hunt and assistant coach Kathy Cox.
Can I do the Big Blue Band?
And that would be the Big Blue Band. Yes, you go, Frank.
As a former French hornist for the
Yep.
Big Blue Band, the award-winning Big Blue Band is recognized as a premier band in Northwest Oklahoma, receiving superior ratings of OSSAA contests last year. The Enid High Big Blue Band is under the direction of Jerry Everett and assistant band director Braden Renard. Enjoy our school song, Our Director. I'm going to stand up for that bad boy.
right, that was fabulous.
Frank's celebrating kind of hard there. Be careful.
Yes, take your wins when you can get them, Frank.
And we have a slightly fallen clarinetist at the end. She's still in the parade, so God bless you for joining us, my dear. Heel.
No band member left behind.
I like that. I respect that.
Up next, the National Veterans Flagpoles United, a local nonprofit that honors veterans, not just Oklahoma, but also nationally, with free flagpole at local veteran events.
It's the Flaggin' Wagon
Yep.
from Jackson's of Enid.
And this group, by the way, has hung all the banners for veterans all the way around the square. Taylor and
All
Justin
right.
just letting me know. What's that now?
They want more banners.
You want more banners? I agree. We need more. Thank you guys for being involved in that. We appreciate you.
Clarence Wallace. Good morning.
Looking very stylish, Clarence. Very
Now
stylish.
that is a newer style Jeep right there. It is a cool color, and it is from Jackson's of Enid for sale. I see what you can get off of it right in front on that window. So if you like that wagon, get it at Jackson's of Enid.
Up next, the Surface Pro of Enid, with the best power washing service in Enid. And the Party Heart Events, a local family-based party and event business offering arts and crafts parties for kids, as well as special events planning. Celebrate with Party Heart Events.
Oh, can I do Pope? All right, we have Pope Distributing of Enid, the Enid Brewing Company, and Sidwell Distribution. Enid Brewing Company is a farm-to-table grain-to-glass concept located in downtown Enid. Mid-America Food Distributors, now Sidwell Distribution, local food concessions, and more. Oh my gosh, it's Brady Sidwell.
It is.
Good
Looking
morning.
lovely. Got the whole crew.
What? Oh, that's right. There's a watch party today for all of OSU fans at the brewery. Go on to Enid Brewery and see the OSU game.
And try their stout, too. They have a righteous stout there. Up next, we have the Jeep and Off-Road Club. They do group trail rides and camping trips, overland, and off-road events, and you're kind of like a Jeepster, my dear.
Yeah.
I am. When I hit a curb, that's called off-roading for me.
Well, so you off-road a whole bunch.
Oh, well, yeah, they just jump right out at you. I don't
April,
know.
how many ducks do you have on your dash now?
I have about 10 ducks on my dash. But before I knew what they were, I kept shooing them off.
Yeah, I'm like.
But
yeah.
this has me beat. The blue Jeep has me beat on ducks on the dash.
Okay, so the ducks, is that like sliding into somebody's DMs, or is it more high-minded
It's like,
than that?
it's like saying your Jeep's really cool.
That's all.
So, yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to check.
Yeah.
Once again,
Good
another
morning.
great beard.
It's George.
It is. So, we've got a ton of Jeeps, and these are all
They're
beautiful.
Yep, they're all makes and models of Jeep. You can get all kinds of Jeeps at Jackson's Jeep Dodge here in Enid. I drive a Wrangler that has been heavily ducked.
And the designs
You know,
anymore and
that's
the color,
cool.
that's very cool with the red and black.
Yeah, that's
Stylish.
cool. I have to give him that one. Ooh, and I like the white bars on the Rubicon.
That's more lights than the UFO and Close Encounters of the Third Kind. That's cool.
That's a heavy off-roader
Yep,
there
that
if you can
is.
see at night.
The back-roading vehicle.
Oh my gosh, it's high tide. That's a cool Jeep.
That's very elegant. Very cool. And another one, another red and black. They've got some great
I did not know I could
designs.
do this to my Jeep. I need some art. I need more art on my Jeep.
Do you want me to just get you a can of spray paint?
Some magic markers.
Okay, magic markers.
Up next, we got the UPS vehicles. Soldiers who have served, who currently serving our country, including some of our own Enid employees. We owe you our thanks, but more than that, we owe you our freedom. Thank you for delivering for us, and thank you for serving your country.
We do UPS, I know, all hours of the day and night for the guys and gals, so we really appreciate your efforts and also your honoring of veterans. So, huzzah for
That's Larry.
UPS.
And honestly, we got to be
Larry,
really
Larry
nice.
is.
Larry Miller, yeah, hey.
Most of them know where we live, so we got to be
That's
careful.
right.
He
Yeah.
can, he
They
can
do
drive
know
and
where
throw
you live.
candy at the same time. He's multitasking. Damn, they hire good people. And up next, we have the Combat Veterans Motorcycles. As a registered 501c3 veterans charity, CMVA's mission is to serve those who have defended our country. And they got some noise here. Enjoy these motorcycles. These are incredible. Very cool. So the Combat Veterans Motorcycle Club. Had a beer with some of those guys down at Medicine Park recently, and a good group of dudes, and some gals too. So thank you guys. And you'll see quite often in their colors on the back, they will represent the branch of service that they served in. Up next, the Down Bikers motorcycles, and they do great work. The underlying goal is to provide emotional and financial support to aid motorcyclists lost or confined to a hospital due to an accident. So we appreciate the Down Motorcycle Club. Thank you, guys.
Hey, David. Good morning. Good morning, guys. Dave Hobbs. There we go.
Yep.
Hello, guys.
Hey, Christy, how are you?
Good morning.
We know some of those rascals.
We do.
Good people. And I tell you what, coming up next, we have to do a big shout out to the city of Enid, because how many times are we out weird hours if there's snow or if there's stuff that needs to be taken care of. The city of Enid vehicles that are coming up, bless them for all the hard work they do for our city.
I get up early in the morning to do the morning show, and they're
Yeah.
the one people that are up before I am. They never actually go to sleep. They maintain the city 24 hours a day. You just don't realize it.
They really do. They're out there all the time.
I do not want to see this vehicle at all this winter, but if we do, we'll know.
If
They
we do,
got it.
I want to be behind it.
Yep.
City of Enid, that's a snow plow. Yep. And now that we have our hearing back,
And it looks like
From
the
the
kids want to
decibels.
jump in the scoop and take a ride. Hopefully
I
they
would.
won't.
Is that a new vehicle?
It looks
That's a
new.
brand
Wow.
new snow
It's
removal
beautiful.
vehicle. Sweet.
All right, so thank you to the city of Enid. Coming up next, we've got the Abate motorcycles. They share the road, and they want you to look twice for bikers, promoting and defending motorcyclists' freedom, safety, and awareness through education and legislation. So thank you, Abate, for keeping motorcyclists safe, and keep an eye out for them.
good morning.
And they do the hard work of going to our state capitol and buttonholing legislators and talking about needed legislation to make motorcyclists safer on our roads. So we appreciate that hard work.
All right, so then the next one, got guys, a lot of guys who ride motorcycles, but this is the Enid Area Wind Sisters. The Enid Area Wind Sisters are sister lady riders who empower all women, and we love and respect our veterans, as the gal that leads us is a veteran.
How about that?
So to all veterans, thank you for your service from the Enid Area Wind Sisters.
And there are now more riders, the Now Riders. Now Riders is an acronym for Northwest Oklahoma Witnesses. They're Chapter 270 of the Christian Motorcycle Association. Our motto is changing the world one heart at a time. Very, very classy. Thank you, guys.
Great banner flag.
That's a cool banner.
Yep.
Look very stylish.
Yeah.
Very stylish there, brother. Looking good.
Should tie your hair, honey. It's gonna tangle.
April has experience with that. How many miles do you think you've ridden on the back of a motorcycle?
Oh, thousands and thousands and thousands of miles.
And that lady just was agreeing with you.
Thousands.
All right, another vet going through there. Thank you, brother. Thanks for being here. Thanks for your service.
It sounds like Stanley's Wrecker Service coming around the corner.
Can't miss that sound.
They can haul it, nothing too large or small. They've added a rotator and oversized bus trailer this year with heavy-duty windows. Winches, I read it. Not heavy-duty winches, not windows. Sorry.
At least you didn't say winches.
That's true.
I think you did say
I did say
winches.
winches.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, special equipment along with continuous upgrades to their rollbacks and wheel lift trucks ensure reliability in every service.
Don't worry, Alan. You just talk for a living.
They got big trucks that haul things. How about that? Is that
And they got
easier?
the the best horns.
Yeah.
They do have
They
the
got
best
great
horns.
horns.
All right, ready, go.
I love
there
that.
you go. All right.
That's got style.
That is one clean wrecker service truck.
It is.
And just to show you the kind of stuff they can
Yeah.
rescue, good heavens. Look at that. Look at that big old army truck that's on the back of that Stanley Wrecker. So if you've got your little, four-seater SUV, you could probably stack 7 of them on that one, and they could pull you away very safely.
Oh, okay.
That's
Got it.
towing a lot of weight. Good heavens.
All right.
So look at the range of vehicles they have. So you could practically break down your entire fleet if you've got a fleet of trucks, and they could handle it.
They don't even have the rear wheels down yet. They got that big truck. They still can haul more.
Oh, good Lord.
Look at that. Yeah.
I love Stanley's Wrecker Service, and they're going to be in the Christmas parade, I bet, because they've got some lights rolling already.
They have been in the past, so I bet we'll have them in the Christmas parade, which is coming up, just before the fireworks. Enid lights up the planes the day after Thanksgiving. April and I and the lovely Carmen Ball will be announcing that, so we're looking forward. I bet these rascals will be back in that parade.
I bet so. Yep, he said yes. That's an affirmative.
Okay, we've had independent confirmation from Stanley Wrecker's personnel.
That's right.
And the Main Street Enid Christmas Band will be playing on the gazebo for Enid Lights Up the Plains, so that in and of itself will be a showcase. And then we just seamlessly, because Stanley's, they do kick butt work. Also, Franklin Towing, too. Franklin Towing provides fast and reliable light, medium, and heavy-duty services, as well as all your roadside assistance needs. They offer low rates and 24-hour service when you need it most. Next time you break down, let the safe and professional drivers at Franklin Towing get you moving again. Thank you guys for being out here. Appreciate you.
That's a nice one.
That's a cool horn.
Yep.
So thanks to Franklin Towing Showcase. And by the way, we've got to do a big... Can we have one more horn? One more horn thing? I
That's
like
a
that.
horn. Oh, it's the Pink Mobile.
Yep.
October just finished up Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and Franklin Towing has always been a promoter for saving lives.
Every year. God bless them for doing that. Thank you for the Pink Mobile.
And the Pink Mobile, pulling for the cure. And a cute little waiver.
Yes.
Good morning.
And we also have EnidRentals.com. They don't know all of the veterans, but they thank them all. I appreciate that. That's a very nice message to have. We got a whole crew there throwing out. So it's almost like Mardi
beads,
Gras.
all
Look at
right.
beads.
Keep your shirt down.
Doug, raise your top up. They're throwing beads. Come on.
No, don't do it.
It's a New Orleans. No, okay, don't.
It's a trick.
Up next, P&K Equipment, your local John Deere dealer since 1985. Proud to support the local veterans with local support and American-owned products. You can visit them for all your equipment needs up on the north side of town.
And that's Tim Johnson, he's behind the wheel. I'm suddenly afraid. I'm very afraid.
It's a small vehicle.
Okay, he can't take out too many people. Keep your eyes on the road, Johnson, for the love of God.
Frank, when was the last time you drove a tractor? Like, you farm kid.
Yeah, but it's been probably, oh gosh,
Like
40,
a long time
45 years?
Last time I was in a green thing, it was an 8630 in the early 80s.
Oh, wow.
You and I would be lost on these spaceships.
I know.
I'm telling you.
And spaceships is the right way to
Yeah.
describe them today. They are amazing. And P&K, my dad drove and sold John Deere tractors for many years and really believed in what they do.
There's a chance they're not even guiding these tractors right now. They could have put in the GPS coordinates and just let go, and it would have went around the square on its own.
And by the way, the major owner of P&K Equipment, Barry Pollard, is going to be honored at the Oklahoma Hall of Fame as an inductee next week. So big shout out to the retired Dr. Barry Pollard, still very involved with P&K and Angus cows and everything, and he'll be honored at the Oklahoma Hall of Fame.
All right, so, next Thursday, by the way. Railroad Museum is up next. The Railroad Museum of Oklahoma is steaming into its 35th anniversary as they prepare to celebrate the 100th birthday of our Frisco number 1519 locomotive. The Santa Fe Freight Depot Centennial and the 50th anniversary of the Enid Model Railroad and Historical Association, the group that started the Railroad Museum.
And by the way, if you've never been up to the museum, 702 North Washington, it is fascinating, and it's well worth spending a good chunk of a day checking out all they've got. Hey, up next, we have Life EMS, proudly serving Enid and surrounding communities. We appreciate Jimmy Johnson, and his entire crew of folks who've been helping a lot of people in a lot of different ways for many years. So thank you guys. Life
Right.
EMS.
Yep, we hope you don't need them. If you do, this is the one you need.
They'll be there
Life
for you.
EMS. Just give them a call. That number, 911.
And coming right around the corner, we have the Enid Fire Department. And of course, I'm very proud of the fact that my nephew, Corbin Baker Jr., not just Corbin Baker III, I should say, is a retired member of the Enid Fire Department, and his son, Michael Baker, is now one of the drivers. And I think recently got promoted to Grand Poobah or something like that. So
That's right.
congrats to the Enid Fire Department. Good to have you in the parade. In fact, there's a baker in the back. I see a baker. Those bakers are everywhere. We're breeders.
When the chief shows up at the fire in that, you know something's really going crazy.
Yeah, they've got all the vehicles out. Very classy. And they got candy, too.
All right.
And he's trying to
Oh,
pelt
yes.
me with candy. He's going to hit me between the eyes. I could see him
That's
winding
Paige,
up.
Paige and Mackenzie
Woo.
Nels are on that float. That's Mackenzie right there.
Very cool.
Can
And
I do a
Matt
shameless plug?
Yes.
We do the firefighter feature of the month, the fourth Friday, every Friday morning at
Oh, how
KOFM. I've met
wonderful.
many of these guys.
That's very cool. Thank you guys for doing that. And also, a big thank you to the AMBUCS who honor both firemen and policemen on a regular basis during their meetings. So thank you, Alan, and the crew at KOFM for doing that.
Ooh.
Chiefs in the house.
It's Vance Air Force Base Fire Chief.
And from Vance Air Force Base, United States Air Force. So, you know, with those runways, they got to have the sophisticated fire equipment, and they do. Very cool.
Think they'd let us drive that? Think we could drive that someday?
I would love to. I'd be fearful. I'd like to be out there on the runway where I got plenty of room where I don't run into anything. Thank you, Air Force and the firefighters out at Vance. We appreciate you. Yes. Bless your hearts. All right. And now we're getting into some of the rural fire departments, and these guys and gals are almost exclusively volunteer departments. We got Fairmont coming up, and several other. We'll mention as they go by, but if you know anybody serving on the volunteer fire departments in the surrounding area, thank them, because that's a big commitment those guys and gals make. Got a couple right here from Fairmont.
All the way around. There's a lot.
And we got a bunch coming. That was Fairmont. Up next, we have Pioneer.
Pioneer.
Tanker 1, 2, 3. And so this will be, I think this is the end of the parade. Let me double check real quick. But we've got almost all of our volunteer fire departments. Pioneer Skeleton Creek, thank you guys.
Wacomas is in the house.
All right.
Wacomas Fire Department.
Wacomas. And some more Pioneer. And at least we know you're going to hear all these units coming.
That's right. Welcome up, Pioneer Skeleton Creek.
Okay, let's all pronounce this correctly. The Lucene Fire Department.
Lucene with Sparky.
Don't call him Lucian. That's Lucene.
Oh,
That's
Thank
Lucene.
you, guys.
Yeah.
With Sparky the dog hanging
Wait.
out back.
Wait, now my hometown of Kremlin, Oklahoma, the Kremlin Fire Department.
Yeah.
Fabulous. God bless Kremlin. And Sparky. Sparky's on the back of the Lucene Fire Department truck.
Yeah.
So Sparky's. And cool to have Kremlin out here. And up next, Hunter. How about that? The Hunter Fire Department. That's a big butt truck. I love that. That's huge.
That would be a brush hogmobile.
That's a
puts
monster. I love that. I want to drive that too.
Puts out grass.
And Breckenridge. All right,
All right,
Breckenridge Fire Rescue. Thank you
Breckenridge.
guys. All right, God bless Breckenridge.
Ooh.
And Covington, the Fire and Rescue, is even rocking the school colors. So Covington Wildcats, and they got the colors.
They got their school colors
Yes,
on,
they do.
rocking
Wildcat
Covington.
looking good. Little white, blue, and yellow, looking very stylish. We appreciate that.
I can see them. And then Garber.
All right, good horn too. Garber, sharp-looking unit for the Garber Fire. Once again, if you know any of the volunteer firemen and firewomen in these various communities, thank them, because this is a volunteer position, and they put their lives on the line to keep you folks protected out there in the surrounding county area, and we deeply appreciate their efforts. And I believe, is that Drummond? Drummond! Drummond Fire Department. Thank you guys and gals for your work. And the good folks from Miller EMS who do fine work. So we appreciate Miller EMS being a part of our parade. Thank you for your efforts. We appreciate you. And the sheriffs bringing up the rear from the Garfield County Sheriff's Department, because they work very closely when there are emergencies with, of course, any problems that occur throughout Garfield County. So we appreciate everybody from the Garfield County Sheriff's Department for what they do coordinating.
That looks like Rip from, what's that?
From Yellowstone?
From Yellowstone.
It could be.
Looks like
He's
Rip
probably
from
going out
Yellowstone.
and inflict pain on. No, not. Okay, okay. He was just doing, it's a faux rip. We just had confirmation from his backup vehicle there. Hey, that concludes our Veterans Parade for 2023. And we want to thank Blazer Pro, Justin Blazer, for taking care of sound, the video, which you'll be seeing at some point.
Yep.
I'm Frank Baker, April Danahay, Alan Klepper. Any closing thoughts?
Oh, well, support a veteran. If you
Yeah.
see one, thank them for their service. If you know one, thank them for their service. And if you're thinking about joining our military, choose wisely, choose what your passion is. Thank you.
Bless y'all. Have a great day.
Peace.